Okay, so the final video discussing the video research project is exactly that. This is a video covering how do I submit a video portion of this? What is the expectations part of that? And what do I physically need to submit and finalize as the last component pieces to guarantee that I have completed the project appropriately. So the first couple of videos, again, covered the overview of the directions, the expectations of research, what do I need inside of the presentation itself? And now we're going to specifically talk about how do I record and what do I submit? So let's go ahead and get ready. So if we look at, again, the discussion board is going to tell you a couple of different things. At this point, right, we've got access to the directions again. At this point, you should have been able to make a selection of video of the research topic choice. You have uploaded your rubric. And now what you need to do is physically put your presentation together, record it, and submit it, and then make sure that you are answering and responding to two of your classmates. So as you hit reply, again, what you're going to need to do is going to need to upload a copy of you presenting. You are going to need to make an attachment in your PowerPoint slides, and you'll need to respond. So let's go through how do I do this, Dr. Barker? Where am I going to be recording this? Well, the first thing is you can actually go into PowerPoint and you can utilize PowerPoint itself to make the recording of your video. Now, this will be a little bit tricky because technically you'll have to make two copies of your PowerPoint, one that is without your video, but it's just you and your slide deck with just your slides, because you need to submit just your presentation without you presenting it. And then you'll need to make a secondary copy of that, right? So once you put this together, you can just simply make a copy of this, and then you can come back to your original presentation. So how do I do that? Well, you can go up to the top, right? We have to just put. So there's something there for me to be able to work with. And now you have your little record button, right? So you can use the show me tab, you can do all of that, right? It'll walk through it. And then you've got some different answers. So you can start from the beginning so that you can actually create that from the beginning, or you can record from each slide. My suggestion would be that because you need to be in presentation mode, right? This is not in presentation at present. This is just you having the ability to work on your presentation. Additionally, if this is on a video, I'm sure you can realize it's very small. It's very hard to see it. You have to get really close or hope to blow this up really big. We don't want that. We want this to be in presentation mode. This is what presentation is, right? So now you can see my video and you can see the video over the presentation. You have both, just like we were seeing for most of what we saw inside of COVID, right? When the professors would have their slides and be presenting to you at the same time. This is indeed. This is now a way for me to get as close to getting you in person as possible, right? Again, I'm moving through the slides with there because I haven't done those. But this is presentation. You presenting just like this, this is, you know, and I've had students do this, where they have just presented and then they've just clicked down and I can see the whole get into Google. So you may need to play around with this, right? You may need to have to go out on your own and Google search how to do something inside of PowerPoint slides. That's one way. You can absolutely do it. They have integrated some great concepts there and great ways for you to do that. So if you do it that way, check, you've completed. You can also go to, right, Zoom Communications. You have access via you as a student. And so how you would do this is you would click on this, right? You could sign in here. Let's switch because I'm technically trying to sign in. it's already seeing me as being signed in. But if we go back and you click sign in here, there will be a little screen that will pop up that will say sign in through your SSO. And again, I will have some, I'll sort of have some schematics of this as well. So let's see if I can find Zoom sign in through SSO. Yeah. So you'll see a little keylogger that looks like this, right? And you'll hit sign in with SSO because this is trying to get you to sign in through your institution, right? untdallas.edu. And again, enter your email, enter your password, just like if you were logging into UNT Dallas, and it'll bring up Zoom. And then you can go ahead and move into there and record. You can absolutely look up videos of how to record a Zoom meeting, right? With presentation. And again, tons of videos that'll show you how to do this. So you have an availability to use it. You may do so if you feel comfortable. You can use it through PowerPoint. If I go back here, right, you also have this feature of Studio. Studio makes, now sometimes I have found with students in the past, sometimes Studio can be a little bit, sort of janky, but maybe a little bit of janky. And so what you could do is, again, when you create, it's going to tell you Studio Capture and Screencast-O-Matic. Now, from what I believe, it might not be able to do it because I'm in Zoom right now. You should absolutely be able, because you can see here, right, that I've got little, it's going to tell you to download. And then what you're going to need to do, right, is it will allow you to screen record you in the video. So Studio is yet another option. Finally, let me pull up Teams. I do believe there is an option in Teams as well. I'll have to find that and post those instructions. But most students use PowerPoint. Some will just do screen recording through Zoom. Some have used Studio. But again, you just might need to go out and do a little bit of some research on your own to be able to find the correct modality. But just like this, right, I'm always using Zoom. Zoom allows me to screen record, and it allows me to show my presentation. I can capture and save that to my computer. I can capture and save that to the cloud of the university. And then I have access to it and I can upload it, right? So lots of different options here, whatever works for you. But what do I need? I need to see you talking, engaging, interacting, and I need to see your presentation, again, as if you were standing up in front of the class, giving that presentation. So going back to here, go back to the dashboard here. Sorry, just clicking on the first one that I see, right, going to my discussion board. And now what? I am going to hit reply. And I've got some different formats. I can attach a link. I can upload media. I can see if I've got it here as well. There's also a little link for Studio where you could record right here. I probably wouldn't recommend doing it this way. I would record it from the big links over here on the side and save it as a separate file. Because if you do it here, you're locked into this as if it's saying you must be ready to make a recording and post it right now. You might want to practice. You should practice, right? So once you submit your attachment of your video presentation, You also will want to attach a copy of your physical presentation, just your slides, not you presenting them. And then the final thing you're going to do is once you hit reply and those things have posted, make sure that they post, right? Make sure you see that you have actually replied. Then by that point, you'll have other students that have started to give their responses. And you will have time to then watch 2 other student videos, right? And make sure to answer the questions that are inside of the directions. So again, if you go back to what the expectations are, right? You will need to watch 2 other student videos to participate in engagement. And then you will need to address them. Hello, so-and-so, and you will need to put into a paragraph format your response to these 2 questions. Do not just copy and paste this, right? This is your final 10 points. You can get 10 points here just from doing this correctly. Make sure that you are. So that is it. That is everything as far as the breakdown and step-by-step for the expectations of the video research project. If you have any questions at all, please find time, schedule some time with me during office hours so we can walk through and I can see what you see, right? Because otherwise I don't have that time in class with you so I can look at your computer, right? So if you do set up time with me, make sure that you are able to share your screen so that I can see what you're looking at, so I can give you the best advice possible to getting all of this. All right, that is it, everyone. Good luck. I'm excited to see what you come up with.